In lesson 3, we're going to be talking about how to build a bar graph. So we're going to go back to look at lesson 2 and the things that we learned that go into a double bar graph, and that's what you're going to use to construct the bar graphs in lesson 3. So in lesson 3, we have a couple of different things here. So if you go back and remember, we talked about what needs to be in a double bar graph. So number 1, there's our title. Number 2, the legend. Number 3, the x-axis labels. Number 4, the y-axis labels. Number 5, the scale. And your data goes based on the scale. Your data will be shown in there. So in this one, you're going to have 7 marks. So there's 1 mark, 2 marks, 3, 4, 5, 6 for these labels, and 7 for the data itself recorded. As we move down here, this is kind of a very messy, sketchy drawing of what it would look like, but we're also going to show the kids how to draw or how to use Excel to create a graph. So in this case, I told the kids we were going to have a cafeteria in the school, and I said throw out some ideas for what we might want to have in there for food. And these were the different ones: poutine, taco in a bag, pizza, mac and cheese, burgers, sloppy joes, hot dogs, and Caesar salad. So the kids voted on them. We took 2 different votes. The first one was just a straight vote, and you were allowed to vote for 2 foods each. In that day, there were 22 kids, so we should have 44 votes. Anyways, that was the first vote. We drew a graph. The second time I said, okay, now I want you to go back and vote for the same thing you did, but it's going to be, we're going to divide it into girls and boys. So based on which the girls voted for and the boys, this is the chart that we drew. And Excel draws it all for you. So again, we have our title up here, and we add that afterwards, but it takes the data, all this data that's collected here comes from this information. And it's very, very handy to do. So we're going to be working with the kids in Excel to come up with bar graphs for this. You have to add in things like number of student votes and food choices, but it takes out all of this stuff, all of this. So Caesar salad, hot dogs, sloppy joes, all comes from this chart over here. It takes it from there. So if I click on something, all of this information comes from over here. The data itself, you can see these data points right here, all in blue, are these ones all in blue. So it's the poutine is 4. Poutine, and you can see those little 4 handles on the corner is 4. Taco in a bag, 4. Same thing right there. And it comes up with a scale and everything, formats your chart. If I click on one of the red things, here it says the number of boys that voted, here's all the data, and here's the criteria. So we had poutine, 4 votes, poutine, 4 boys. Pizza, there were 8 kids, 8 boys that voted for pizza, compared to 3 girls, 8 boys, and it brings it over to the chart right here. Your legend is up top, and all of that is brought in by Excel automatically. So we're going to be working with that to show the kids how it works.